So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to thread an industrial sewing machine. In my previous video, I showed how to thread a manual sewing machine. You should go watch that if you're a complete beginner. So if this is something you're interested in learning how to do, then keep watching. So we're going to start with winding the bobbin, and what I did is I placed my thread in the spool and then I passed the ends of the thread into this thread guide that I have, and afterwards I'll be passing it through the tension disc of the bobbin winder. I'll make sure my thread goes round the in between the disc, and I'm going to be pulling it out. Now I'm going to get my bobbin and I'm going to be inserting it right here, making sure that it goes all the way in. Then I'm going to be winding my thread around it about 4 or 5 times just to secure the thread on the bobbin. Afterwards, I'll be pushing this part of the bobbin winder in, and now I'm going to be switching on my sewing machine in order to wind my bobbin. So to do that, I'll be placing my foot on the foot pedal and I'm going to be pressing it, so automatically the bobbin starts winding. When the bobbin is full, it stops on its own, as you can see, automatically. So what you need to do at this point is to cut out the thread and then you remove your bobbin. Now I'm going to be inserting the bobbin into the bobbin case, and I'll be pulling onto the leftover thread. I'll be pulling that thread through the channel that is on the bobbin case, as you can see in the video. So just follow it as I did it in the video and make sure that you can pull on your thread easily. Now you can fix your bobbin case by opening this plate, or you can raise up your industrial sewing machine and fix your bobbin case from the bottom. So I decided to do this so that I can get a full view of what I'm doing. So you just have to insert your bobbin case into that part of the sewing machine, and when you hear a click, that means your bobbin case is fitted properly. Now it's time to thread the upper part, and we're going to be threading from the spool all the way to the needle. So I'm placing my thread on the second spool holder and I'm going to be passing my thread through the thread guides. Now for this other thread guide, it has 2 holes, so I'm first going to be inserting my thread through the first hole, just like you see in the video. Then I'm going to be turning it around and inserting it into the second hole, just like that, and I'm going to be pulling on the thread. Now my thread will go around my tension disc, just like you see in the video, and it's going to be going through this hook as well. Now I'm going to be passing my thread into the take up lever, and I'll be showing you a close-up in a moment. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be passing it from the right to the left. Then of course my thread will be going through that next hook right there. Now there's a tiny hole, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to be passing my thread through that hole as well. Then the last part is the needle, of course, so my thread will go in from the left to the right of the needle. Now in order to pull up the bobbin thread at the bottom, I'm going to be turning my wheel just round one circle, and my needle is going to go in to the bottom part and pick up the bottom thread. So this is how I turn my balance wheel, just one circle. So the needle goes in, picks up the bobbin thread, and I'm going to be placing both thread through the presser foot and all the way to the back. Now I'm going to be putting down my presser foot lever because it's time to test our stitch. Now this is a piece of scrap fabric that I have, and I'm going to be using this to test my stitch to know if I threaded my machine properly. And after testing it, this is what I have. As you can see, I got clean stitches both on the front of the fabric and on the back. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more beginner friendly videos. Bye.